Neville, we're just hearing from Donald Trump. I think we have a clip of what he's had to say.
Is there any reaction to the attacks between India and Pakistan?
No, it's a shame. We just heard about it just as we were walking in the doors of the Oval. Just heard about it. I guess people knew something was going to happen based on a little bit of the past. They've been fighting for a long time. You know, they've been fighting for many, many decades.
Any message to
and centuries, actually, if you really think about it. No, I just hope it ends very quickly.
Mr. President, are you considering adding a stop in Israel during next week's trip to the Middle East? And also, what's your reaction to Israel's plan to reoccupy Gaza if there is no ceasefire deal?
Well, the plan we haven't talked about, but we're not planning on stopping.
We'll leave that news conference there with Donald Trump. Neville Lazarus still with us in New Delhi. We heard the president there saying it's a shame. We just heard about the India strikes against Pakistan. People knew something was going to happen. Hope it ends very quickly is what he had to say.
We now understand that Pakistan has responded from the air and the ground. And I think the main point, just to ram home to people right now, DeMarco, is that these are two giant nuclear nations. Now, they've been at war in the past, particularly over Kashmir. But India and Pakistan have been, coming out with pretty fiery rhetoric within the last few days since this attack in Indian-administered Kashmir, which India blames on Pakistan, but Pakistan once again says it had no involvement at all. But this is a very, very dangerous situation. We have seen these two nations go to war in the past, but at the moment this is developing right now, and there seems to be a tit-for-tat across the border between India and Pakistan, once again, two giant nuclear-armed nations.
And gentlemen and lady, I should say. All right, Tom, thank you very much. Shannon, there have been long-standing tensions between India and Pakistan, specifically over the disputed region of Kashmir. What are the biggest concerns now that the countries are exchanging fire?
Well, the concern right now here at the State Department is that this volley that we're seeing exchanged right now, that this is just the beginning.
And as per the initial reports, there are casualties, including women and children. The detailed damage assessment is being done, and Pakistan has a right to respond. Pakistan will respond. As I've said before, we had an apprehension that India will attack. Pakistan has never struck first, but we have the right to self-defense. And the way civilians have been targeted, and I have, pictures and images of women and children who are badly injured in hospital. So civilian localities, accommodations, and a mosque which has been attacked. There were no terrorist camps. I myself took foreign journalists and local journalists to an area near the line of control where India had alleged that there are terrorist camps. You see, we are the frontline state against terrorists. How can we...
I'm just going to pick up on a couple of points, Mr. Atul Tarar. You said that you've already received images of women and children who have been injured. This attack took place roughly about an hour or so ago. Will you be taking international and local journalists to the sites? Because in the past, when Pakistan has made such claims, they haven't allowed any journalists...
I'll stop you right there. I had planned to take them tomorrow morning. We had a plane ready. We had reached out to journalists. We had a confirmed itinerary, a confirmed plan to go to Bahawalpur tomorrow. And I was supposed to fly to Bahawalpur at 7 a.m. in the morning. And at around right after midnight, India has carried out these attacks. So we were going to Muridke, we were going to Bahawalpur, and we were taking 35 journalists with us, including foreign and local journalists. So I was just preparing for the visit tomorrow. As I had visited the LOC, we were going to Bahawalpur and we had to visit this exact place. And the journalists were already ready for the journey. So I think this has been a very, very, unfortunate step by India. We condemn it. We are responding. But to target civilian population, it's extremely unfortunate.
Just to point out, Minister, the Indian armed forces say that altogether 9 sites have been targeted, that they haven't hit any Pakistani military facilities. These are terrorist camps that they are hitting.
Let me make it very clear. There are no terrorist camps in Pakistan. Pakistan is a victim of terrorism. We are fighting the terrorists in our western regions, on our western borders. We are the frontline state against terrorism. We've laid down 90,000 lives in this war against terrorism. India, on the other hand, when we had the Jafar Express hijacking, an intense hijacking incident, India did not even condemn it, let alone express some concern about that incident. So India has been sponsoring terrorism by assassinating Sikhs in US, in Canada, in Australia. We captured a spy by the name of Kulbhushan Yadav, who's a commissioned
Mr.
naval
Tarar,
officer.
can I just point out to you, on my program just a week ago, your Defence Minister, Khwaja Asif, admitted that Pakistan has for decades had a policy of funding, backing and using terrorist groups as proxies in the country. In fact, in 2018, President Donald Trump cut military aid to Pakistan because he accused Pakistan of playing a double game.
India has fired at least 3 missiles into Pakistan. Pakistan's army confirmed which regions were attacked, while India's army released a statement saying that Pakistan is firing back and violating a ceasefire agreement. ABC News foreign correspondent Tom Sufi Burge and ABC News State Department reporter Shannon Kingston are following this story for us. Gentlemen, good to see you, and also our friend there. Tom, what are we learning about the attack at this hour? We are getting word of some casualties?
Yeah, DeMarco, we're just getting word from the Pakistani government, who says that at least 3 people have been killed, at least 12 injured in these attacks by India. So coming across the border. So we're just getting these details as I speak. And of course, just to remind viewers, this is India's response, it says, to a attack in the province of the region of Kashmir. Remember, Kashmir is basically a region which is disputed between India and Pakistan. And it happened last month. 26 people were killed in that terrorist attack. Now, Pakistan denies any involvement in that attack, but the Indian government accuses Pakistan of funding militant groups in Kashmir and effectively being responsible for that terrorist attack. And this is India's response, which we thought has been coming. To be honest, analysts have believed that the signs from the Indian government of Narendra Modi have been that India will strike militarily back at Pakistan, and that's what's happened.
The officials in this building, the Secretary of State Marco Rubio, they've been working the phones, talking to officials in both countries, trying to get the Pakistani government to come out and denounce the terror attacks, and trying to at least control the response from India. But in recent days, yes, it has been the expectation that there would be some kind of military action against Pakistan. So we do know that officials right now, they're still trying to get in contact, trying to get a read of the situation and also try to control what happens these next steps. But of course, Secretary of State Marco Rubio recently became the interim national security advisor, so he is spread thin here as this conflict continues to develop. And yes, as Tom stressed, these are 2 nuclear powers, so it is very difficult to overstate just how chaotic, catastrophic a direct head-to-head war between the 2 countries could become.